Arizona. We've made it this far. Trailer Village. There's a happy camper.
We're having a lot of fun.
Yeah. There's baby Frank. Well, let's go see the ridge.
Oh, yeah.
Look, we're just going right there. It's right there, see?
I need my wide angle lens. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, doggy. Let's take the trail down.
It's not bad going down, it's the coming up that would be tough. My goodness. That is totally... I think it's a little bit more than the Black Canyon.
Down the rock.
Mike,
What do you
please don't
see,
do
Sherlock?
that. Not with the baby.
I see a bunch of rocks.
Just there. Yeah, Leslie's got to get in the picture. Curtis!
Mike! Mom, look at him. He scares me. Mike! Look at him, Mom. He scares me.
I don't even see him.
Bring Franklin back up here.
He's asleep. He won't know nothing.
If he falls, he will.
Hello, Mike.
He'll sleep through it all. Nothing.
Dustin!
Right.
Stand up on the rock.
Okay.
Let me kiss. Okay.
Look.
Well, you got to go down and then around and everything just in the middle. Dustin, what do you think?
You want to go down to the bottom? Nope.
Dustin.
Whoa! Mindy's mountain. Can you see down there now, Dustin? I don't want to get close. I got a road down there, don't they? Look at that.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at.
What road?
At the bottom, I wonder how they did it, where they came from to do that.
Yeah, it looks like it drops off
No,
again.
Dustin.
Dustin, please.
Right in there.
Mom. No. That'd be bad if you fail.
Hey, you woke up.
Look out there.
I'd hate to wake up.
Did you see the houses down there, Sarah?
No.
There's some houses down there.
Where are you, Dustin?
Say
Where
Grand
are you?
Canyon. Jump, jump. Let's back up a little bit, Dustin.
No,
Back
Dad.
up. One
Get
more.
the
Back up. We gotta get us all in the picture.
Yeah,
together.
you look
Right.
funny
Go back
too.
a little.
One more step. One more.
on,
One more.
step up.
Whoops! Where'd you go?
Jump.
Oh, there's baby Frank.
Yeah, he's all the
Hi,
way.
baby Frank.
Let's go.
Alright, Curtis is
I wouldn't mind going down, but
The trail goes all the way out to the
Picnic tables under them, I guess.
oh yeah, there's some picnic areas down there. I remember seeing that on the map.
Well, there's some little houses right on the
There's a little umbrella.
Some people down there, some tents.
Mom will probably want to stay here.
Ooh, Dustin.
Dustin, stay. No, not that.
Curtis liking this?
Kind of in a daze.
Yeah. Lady said we're about halfway.
Dustin.
On we go. Old Grandpa Joe.
Can't find the water.
This is just another view, isn't it?
Dustin, don't jump off that edge. You're standing up.
It's 10 miles across.
Now film the squirrel. How do you see that, Daddy? Over here.
Where's his head at, Sarah?
Mom has that too. It's right here, Dustin. Come see it, Dustin. Dustin, come see it. See a squirrel? Get down there. See it?
Wings ain't flapping at all.
Dustin, you can't, sweetie.
Oh my.
Dustin, just wait right there. Come on, we'll go.
Oh my. No. Dustin, come here. Let's just gonna take a picture.
Dustin, stop.
There you go, Mr. Mike. What? Can we come up? Landmark, 1987.
I'll meet you back there, Joe. I'll meet you back. No, back at the restaurant. Down there in the bus. Okay. She said, I want to drink. Watch where you're going.
Well, we're on A. We got to go to K. Tuesday.
And then he'd be whaled. Ooh, that's pretty. Want me to go give him to him? I want to climb down in.
Do what?
I want to climb down there.
We'll get to climbing.
But y'all,
Oh my.
That's pretty. Over here, Dustin.
Right there. Thank you.
Turn around, Sarah. Hi, Dustin. Say hi, Hoover Dam. Mighty Mike.
Curtis, here's your drop off. My hair. Don't flirt with Mindy. A boat!
See it? Salt marsh.
There's our dropper.
Get the bumpity bump.
Dustin, what's on that mountain?
Snow. Say snow.
My doorbell.
Where we ended up staying June 13th to our trip to Yosemite. We're at Lake June, California, close to the Lake June ski area, Silver Lake. Cozy little cabin back in the woods. Dream house. Oh, on the mountains, right here. I don't see any bears yet. One of them. Park spot here. Woo! Look at that, Dustin. The rocks. Capitan.
That's a good job.
A new load of sand washes down from the mountains. Lake gets smaller. Chance is a part of nature or your national park. Changes.
Hey, Justin.
Comes a squirrel. Here comes some squirrels right behind you.
There's two of them right behind us.
Dustin, take a bite.
The animals are friendly.
Dustin. Throw it to him.
Dale, get it.
Here, Dustin, take a bite. Good boy.
Here, squirrel. Hello, duck. Oh, look, aren't they cute? Let's go. Let's go. Look, they're coming. Look,
Watch out! Don't let them get you. They're liable to bite.
The duck's over here trying to get some too.
Here comes Mike. He's gonna scrounge for some too.
I touched it. Dale, I touched it.
Well, they ain't liable to bite. That's done. Mike.
Here's Daddy.
Yeah.
He got his Grand Canyon t-shirt on.
Woohoo!
rain on us.
Curtis!
Yeah, it's not supposed to rain today, so Mike told me
Hi,
it's
Curtis.
gonna rain today.
Curtis!
What Dale filmed?
Hi,
Down there,
Curtis!
not up here. We're 2,000 feet difference up
Yeah,
here.
I got my head covered.
Hi, baby bird.
Let's go for a little walk around.
Dustin! Hello?
I see,
Mom.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that.
Where's that blanket?
Oh.
I'm gonna go back. Y'all don't want to go to the sandbar?
No.
Dustin, what's Daddy doing?
Where are you going? You want to go do that too?
Run. Do a backflip.
What's this?
That was good.
Oh, you almost did it.
Yeah.
We would have had it on film too.
I almost did it.
Or film some around.
That's getting Dustin and Mike.
I've already gotten them 4 or 5 times.
Look, Mindy.
You see that deer, Dustin?
Yosemite Falls. There's the path. Onward we go. Can't see him. Bye. Justin's got his fishing pole and chewing gum for the first time. Whew. Made it to the falls. Have fun.
Show Mom how to gun. Show Mom, step there. Show how. Chew it. First time chewing gum. Say gum. Go.
Always wanting to go higher. Evidence.
It does. It's a long circle.
Okay, we got him on camera. It's about the best we can do.
El Capitan.
You see it, sir? Petey?
I think that's what I see.
It's that white going down. Gosh, there's about.
Is there a little bitty street?
Yep.
I think I see it.
Yep.
It's like a
Looks like it's just getting started.
El Capitan. That is weird, the clouds like that. Yeah, they are rising as we're standing here. Toward the entrance of Yosemite Valley. I don't know which fall it is. Right close to El Capitan there. Last view of Bridal Veil Falls. Isn't that cute?
It looks like a bridal veil.
Yeah,
Good name for it.
Uh-huh. Capitan once again. There's Mike. Yeah, that's Bridal Veil. Beth Curtis, be still. Curtis, smile, smile. Here we go. You ready? You ready? Name them the Happy Isles, for no one can visit them without for a while forgetting the grinding strife of this world and being happy. Are you fishing?
Can't see Curtis's face.
Oh, he turned around.
Where'd he go?
Hold Mama's hand. Hold it Daddy's hand.
Walk over this way.
Hey, film me there walking across that stick.
On our way to Vernal Falls.
That's not
Beautiful, eh?
A lot of water down there. It's really good.
That looks like Half Dome above us here. Falls. Half Dome. Woo. Dustin! Sarah! Nevada Falls. Again. Once again.
I can get him.
Yes.
What's your trade down? Up here.
Nevada Falls. That is so pretty.
Where we were, but now we aren't.
What's that song we sing about a weary pilgrim? I'm just a weary pilgrim.
I'm tired. You couldn't carry it. You hear me?
Here, Mommy.
Kind of wobbly.
Here's another shot of Bridal Veil Falls. Again.
Again, you already got a picture?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
So you get it from the main street there?
Yeah. And there's a crooked tree.
Bridal Veil Fall.
see the High Sierra.
Where's the road? The air went out your window. I want to get a picture.
Nevada Falls, that's Vernal Falls.
Justin, stay right here. Hold on to Dad. Okay. Sit down like this. Okay.
This is Washburn Point, isn't it?
No, this is Glacier Point.
No, it's not Glacier Point yet.
Not yet. Move y'all's heads. Y'all are in my picture. I'll go up here.
What? Isn't that pretty?
Which one's Grotto then? Or is either
Neither one of them. That one's
We passed over.
That one's Vernal.
Creek back there.
where we were?
Yep. That bottom one's Vernal and the top one's Nevada.
No, your hand. You have to hold my hand. No! My what?
Dustin! Dustin! Baby's in.
No, I was hungry. Baby. Hey, baby. Oh, baby. Baby, gonna eat. No, baby.
Stay back there. Turn around. Make a face. Column. North Dome. Basket Dome. There's one of the peaks.
See the ones that are really jagged?
Echo Peak.
Echo Peak. Tressiter Peak is over on the flat top.
That one's
Tressiter Peak.
Tenniaw Peak. Tressiter Peak's back to the right there, yeah. Half Dome, taken 100 times.
Okay, there's Gale Peak.
Oh, whatever it's on it, Curtis.
See that one straight out there just peeking through that little lip? I think that's Gale Peak. That's
Gale Peak. Uh-huh.
it's not,
Red
you know, it
Peak.
doesn't require,
Merced Peak.
hard, you know, it's just a hike. It's not like rock climbing.
Mount Clark. Tenniaw Valley. On the Glacier Point.
Are you familiar with this area?
Uh-uh.
See, that's back in Mirror Lake area, see? That area
Right
where
here?
That's Mirror Lake.
That is?
I do believe.
See, I thought it was bigger than that.
Every time you wiggle, my heart goes.
My God.
Is there cars down there? Big, there's a bus. It doesn't look very big, does it? Little bus.
Yeah, that is Mirror Lake.
Right down there?
No, to the right over
Yeah,
there.
it is.
Right to the right.
Look right here.
Is that the goal?
See there?
That's Yosemite Falls way back over there.
And my dad's.
That's the dining hall.
Big green field out there. I don't remember seeing them, but
I know it.
I'm telling my dad.
You can see that bus going down
Oh, there's a swimming pool down there. That's the lodge. Right down here below us, I bet, with the swimming pool. Sit still. Mike came over this way.
probably did. Mirror Lake's over there.
My bird truck.
You see a fire truck down there?
Yeah.
Where?
That.
Point to it.
Mm.
Okay, don't point to it.
No. Yeah.
You scare mommy.
It
Still.
does.
I see a car. Yeah, that's a fire truck.
Hey, that bus.
You see a little bus? Yeah,
Yeah.
I see a little bus. Okay, let's hop down before you scare mommy.
That's done.
Oh, bus.
Ew. Don't want it.
Can you see Curtis?
It's kind of in the shadow. Well, now he's looking the other way. Turn around, let me get your shirt.
Mom, up, Mom.
Are you up?
Yeah.
Curtis, be still. Getting all in the background.
Ooh, Curtis likes jumping.
No.
Dustin. See the waterfall?
I know who's right now. I want a ball on the bus.
Curtis, jumping.
Let's go and see Mom. Yeah.
Just can't film enough.
Let's up behind Mom. I don't manage it.
You were driving and you couldn't really see the view when you were
There's Uncle Bunk's tunnel.
Give me the binoculars. I can see where he is right there. I can see him hanging there. Yeah, I'll show you where he is. Just looking at him.
Was there somebody climbing?
Yeah.
Father's Day.
It's quite a walk. You walk back halfway, that's another. She's jumped off the log.
I heard it. I knew something.
This grove of John, let me try this again. This grove of John sequoias is one of 75 very similar, I said, little groupings of these trees. All 75 groves are located on these, the western slopes of the Sierra Nevada, their last native habitat. Well, I'm going to slow down here a moment, let you take a good close look at the interior of a fallen John sequoia, a victim of the winter of 1981. A child when falling from soil erosion caused by rain, the heartwood.
That one doesn't.
Now today the heartwood is a far darker shade of red than when the tree fell, and all because of a shiny substance seeping from it. Chemicals known generically as tannin or tannic acid. From tannic acid will come the original red color of the heartwood and the cinnamon rust color of the bark.
Dale, look at him.
Well, when exposed to air over a number of years, tannic acid gradually oxidizes. That turns black. And so today you'll see numbers of John sequoias, living and dead, practically all of them with blackened hairs on them, large and small, particularly fire scars of note. What black is seeing in most cases is not charcoal, soot, or ash, but then oxidized tannic acid trapped in the wounds. The smaller tree on our left has been down and dead a good deal longer. When it fell, we can only guess. Maybe 300 years ago, when upright and alive, a larger and a mature tree. And that bark perhaps 2 feet thick at the base. That bark is now gone,
That big tree?
revealing a very soft, fragile wood. If it wasn't for planting and carving on it, the fallen monarch might be around here for another 2,000 or 3,000 years to come. John sequoia is normally very slow to decay. Now this tree that you've come to see today, this tree is the redwood. 2 other trees are also called redwood. So there are 3 redwoods that are very unlike, but apparently all part of the same family. They're distant cousins. Called redwood only because they're a tall tree with a grayish bark. The coast redwood or sequoia sempervirens. 2 California redwoods standing on their heads for centuries, balancing precariously upon a very shallow platform. And so as the tree grows older and larger, the sap is not there to lend stability. The greatest thing of a single cause of death, falling over. Now a short distance away to our left, a giant sequoia stands all alone. Here at the edge of the road, that living tree's roots are exposed, while roses growing among them. Roots are large, fibrous in nature. The grizzly giant is still growing outward and very wide, nearly 28 feet in diameter, at 10 feet above the ground. Not very tall for giant sequoia. Here's a different view of it. Interestingly, this tree leans to its left, 17 degrees, about 18 feet off center, with those shallow roots, weighing an estimated 3,700 metric tons. Well, you have to kind of wonder how it could remain upright. Apparently, the shallow roots have adjusted, and it is stable. We hope. And about halfway up that same left side, an unusually large limb goes off to the tree's left, like an elbow, turning upwards. At its funnest, that limb, about 6 feet in diameter, 95 feet long, bigger than any trees you'll ever see. And coming back downhill, a brief stop, and for you, a longer and a closer look. And looking about you here, you see a fire. A fire started by the Park Service. Fires that are called prescribed, or prescription burns, and more about them later on. Often in the forest too, and sometimes more, trees will begin their lives too close together. Over the centuries, growing taller and wider until touching and crushing and growing together. A natural grafting takes place, called fusing. And so to our left, in that blackened fire scar, what at first would appear to be one tree, to discover, if you look upwards, to be 2 trees that have fused and grown together. They share the same base, and they share the roots, but they remain genetically 2 trees, a very common occurrence, so always be alert, and you'll see it happen often. In that pair of trees there to the left, you see about 1,400 years of togetherness. They're called the fateful couple, the modern enigma. Not long after the turn of the century, some naturalists, among them John Muir, the founder of the Sierra Club, began to suspect of his need for fire. What would follow would be years of research and study, revealing something that our first Americans could have already understood. Fires are essential here and in many of the world's forests, brushlands, and prairies, to maintain ecological balance. So it must have been with a clothespin tree off to the right. What happened to that tree over there? Probably took centuries, perhaps more than 100 fires. But now look above that massive fire scar on the clothespin tree. And what you will see up there in abundance is healthy green foliage. Today, the clothespin tree as healthy as any of its neighbors. Now that is because practically all the tree is dead to begin with. The only living parts of trees, their foliage and their fruit, or in this case the cones, and finally, the canopia layer. Within a tree, there is only one living layer. The second layer below the bark is called the canopia layer. Now you can't see it with the naked eye, it's only 1 cell thick, and yet the entire tree will evolve from it. All that's really necessary is a small portion of it remain intact. That tree can live on. Folks, moments ago I informed you that the clothespin tree is as healthy as any neighbor, and it really is. But I never did say it was stable, did I? So let's get the heck out of here while we can, huh? Well, now we're entering the Upper Grove, the oldest and most beautiful part, where taxi rights are found in greater numbers and sizes. No water up there. Today, this part of the Upper Grove up here looks very much as if exactly as it should be. Now, for a long time, it was densely populated with small trees like the areas below it. Fires were suppressed here too. By the early 1950s, they knew of the future fire, of course. But nothing else just was distributed in that area. And so they hesitated, they continued with their fire control policies. But each season brought with it fewer baby shots and boys, and they began to wonder if there could be a correlation between the lack of young trees and fire's absence. And that's exactly what future research revealed, this very special relationship. It began in this grove on this uphill side to our left, in 1970, with our first prescribed burns. And they were so successful, they've been continued throughout the Upper Grove and now extending down the hill slowly. So once again, we see our Grove of Johnson Place looking pretty much the way nature had intended it, to imagine without the room here. Where sunlight will reach all the way down to soft exposed soil, and it's space to melt upon it. Johnson Place again are reproducing. The wildlife, the wildflowers return. Not much danger here, but here, firewood, old ferns, exposed baby stores. For the first 500 years of its life, a Johnson Foya will primarily grow upward, reaching for those blue skies and the sun. And then, their upward growth will begin to slow as more energy is channeled outward. Sometime between 800 and 1200 years of life to this maturity. Well, they don't grow any taller after that, but they do keep on growing. Sometimes very rapidly, but like you and I in our maturity. That growth then is all outward. They never stop growing, never stop producing drones of wild seeds. So all being ever permitted here at this grove, and basically in all of history. There was that living tree that had a tunnel that we drove our cars through.
I want to get a picture.
Well, we called it the Pomona Tunnel Tree for 80 years, but not for the last 21. Now it's simply called the Fallen Tunnel. It was all because of a tunnel cut through it back in 1881. A tunnel was nothing more than a sideshow gimmick to attract more visitors and profits in the Worst Club Brothers and horse-drawn wagons. We found the tree up ahead of us here. With severe fire scar on the uphill side, that's why they selected it. The fire scar made it easier or cheaper to get the tunnel done. And so we can buy nature, and now make much weaker by white man's tunnels. We didn't mean to, but we love the tunnel to death. With all the vehicle traffic, with such great numbers of people walking around here, soil was eroded away and compressed. Shallow roots were exposed and injured. Root rot set in. Then came the very heavy winter of 1988 and 9. No one would know for sure when it was, though there is some evidence to indicate early February of 1969. There must have been close to 25 feet of heavy wet snow on the ground. Another 2 or 3 weakened and overburdened, blown by winter's wind. But then the tree lost its balance, falling, twisting as it did a forward turn on 90 degrees counterclockwise, landing on the tow entrance. The part of the tree facing down had been facing away from us and to our left. When moving, the tree stood astride this road, this engine ran towards us. See, in those days, we drove our cars on the road through the tree, but in the opposite direction. So it took several feet downhill towards the detour was already within place. The big piece of the tree, the downhill side, and the tunnel to the right. The 2 nearer pieces of the weaker uphill side, the part removed, in all likelihood, what had given way first. Well, folks, this is the first of our 3 stops. We'll be here for another 3 minutes.
I'm gonna be on top. Hey. 1968. Because of the fire scar. To avoid all this buttressing at the bottom, Park Service will make its official measurement at 10 feet above the ground. At that point, the mean diameter, 19.8 feet, a big old tree. But some giant sequoias are older, and a great number of giant sequoias are far bigger. There never has been a tree nearly so famous, no one loved as much, as this tree that we call the Wawona Tunnel tree. Now, Wawona in the Miwok tongue of the local Indians means big tree. All Wawonas were held sacred by our Native Americans, not harmed. Think back a moment to that winter of 21 years ago, and you'll recall the snow was very wet and heavy and extremely deep. Not nearly deep enough, however, because when the tree fell, it broke into several pieces, and the crown shattered. It is because of this peculiar nature of the interior hardwood that rivers it of little commercial value. The grain of the fiber of it is very short and even, resulting in a brittle, soft, lightweight wood that has little tensile strength. But it seems as though the loggers would have to find out the hard way. Commercial logging did come to where the groves of the Sierra Nevada in the latter half of the 19th century. And they brought with them those loggers there on the bare ground, which shattered like a glass. Generally, 75% or more of the tree was left as waste. There really isn't much profit. And a great big pile of pencils, toothpicks, matchsticks, grape sticks, and shingles. This lack of commercial value helped save giant sequoias. Accounted for 34% were wasted. But down here in the Mariposa Grove, are the smaller Tuolumne and Merced groves here in Yosemite. Today's commercial redwood comes only from this tree's cousin, the coast redwood. It too is decay resistant, but has no less tensile. Excuse me. The coast redwood has more tensile strength, so it's a great commercial value. Because of that, we're on the verge of losing 90% of our first growth coast redwoods. Well, unfortunately, we are not supposed to be letting people off of this tree ahead of us here. It's very damaging to it, and we have a special touring frame that's pulling us up here. But anyway, the tree ahead of us, you can catch a glimpse of it. People are standing inside of it, and they are looking up, and they're getting a very good view of blue skies. Trouble is, they're killing the roots. Except the tree we call the telescope tree. What happened here again? Fires. And but the black in the tree is that oxidized tannic acid. What's missing in the telescope tree is dead anyway, the hardwood. It's now being held up by the bark and the sapwood, which are also dead, of course. This tree's vascular system is no different than any other kind of a tree. Dead, functioning normally. There's no reason for the phloem and xylem to be alive to function normally. They're just simply all of dead tubes of plumbing. So still drawing nourishment from the earth, and much of that microscopically thin living cambium remains intact. So it's hollow, it's rootless, and it goes on living and growing. Still producing a share of healthy cones and viable seeds as well. Now speaking of cones, you see these great big humongous cones scattered around up here. Those cones are from the sugar pines, the biggest cones in the world, and the biggest pine trees in the world. The giant sequoia cones, they're the very smallest on the ground, and they're typically no bigger than a chicken's egg. And originally green in color from chlorophyll, but when the cone falls to the ground, as these have on the left, they quickly will dry. The scales open up, and they reveal those little cracks. Now inside those little cracks, once were about 200 seeds per cone. They're like little tiny flat flakes of those seeds. Normally it's a very slow thing. After that, we perhaps will never know with complete certainty. But they found something not long ago in the coast redwood. Two groups of chemicals, they may exist in this tree. And the insects and the fungus that cause most decay and disease. The tree are not poisoned by these chemicals, but they can't digest them. They don't even like the taste. So for the most part, they would
Little baby ones, huh?
Maybe 14 feet tall. They're all 10 years old. So why the difference in size? Well, initially seed quality would be a very important factor. But down through the years, the real reason why growth rates vary so much is because of the differences in growing conditions. And so because one tree is bigger than another, it does not mean it's older. Of course, that's true of any kind of tree. The Massachusetts tree is so big, where it fell uphill, it's continued falling downhill. We can see less than half this tree's original height of 280. That deprived it of much misbalance there, but it remained healthy and vigorously growing. And then came the 1870s. Carelessly, the Washburn brothers cut the wagon road here too close. They severed the downhill, the uppermost roots. Then with the tree's balance on this side. Now the remaining roots are shallow, but they intertwine. So they do get a good grip in the soil, enabling that tree to balance, to cling to its life for about a half a century longer. And then came 1927, a late spring snowstorm, where 3 tied at 320. But this tree is the longest living thing ever. This tree you see today, great height, tremendous growth, that combination. The diameter of giant sequoia more than twice that of coast redwood. In terms of total mass, almost twice as big. Our tallest tree in the grove is to our left, the Columbia tree. Taller than a 27-story building, 293 feet tall or 93 meters. But most giant sequoias top off at a maximum between 255 and 275. The little old cabin, perhaps you can see over there, that's the museum. There's no historical significance, but it's got a little gift shop in there. It is our second stop, along with the meadow. Now, again, the meadow is extremely fragile, very, very fragile. And it takes only a few pair of feet walking or trampling around here to completely flat and destroy it. So, again, we will be insisting that you avoid walking in the grassy or the green part of it. And of course, the giant sequoias in this area, they receive an unusual number of visitors. Their exposure to possible root damage is great. For that reason, we would again ask if you could stand back a few feet or a few meters from the living trees in this area. This stop of ours will be for 5 minutes only. The next tram will be along shortly, but again, I cannot guarantee you a seat on it. Also from here from the parking lot by Trail Hole Road, it's a 2.5-mile walk that takes about 40 to 50 minutes, unless of course you happen to encounter a bear. And then it may only take you, 7 or 8 minutes. By the way, that little drinking fountain, the cold, delicious, sweet water all the way from Billy Dude Meadows. But be aware of that drinking fountain. That is Old Faithful. Again, there is a gift shop in there, but we do have a very strict time on it.
I saw that on the way up.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you can walk right because there's no that area that's taped off was actually burned last year this time.
but they in case of a sky burner down on their hand and come on back up, they didn't maintain it. So it's okay, just dodge in, right? Yeah, we see that bridge there walking over? Yeah. Right by the outhouse, and then at the bend in the road there, the bend to the left, and we came from, just go off to the right. What you're going to go here is California County, which I think is about a mile out. It goes to I think
Okay.
more it's way past the place. Yeah, because it's not out. It's going to be a chance.
That's done. Woo! What was that? Was that grizzly? Old grizzly. Ooh, that's a mean looking tree. Go, Mike, we're leaving.
Most of the water will come from some of the deepest snowfalls in the world, followed by hot, dry summers. But for the fourth straight year, we've had drought. 4 years in a row with a total annual moisture around here has only been about 40 to 45% of normal. So we're going to hurt the environment is. On the left there, that's exactly what you think it is, the three-legged giant sequoia. All because of fire. Now on the right, between ourselves and the hollow log, here are some young giant sequoias that are very close that some can reach out and gently touch foliage, which you'll find to be prickly, consisting of scales that turn outward like a rasp or a file. No other foliage is exactly like that. The nearest is the western juniper, but then around here. Now, to get to the Mariposa Grove or get anywhere in Yosemite, you would have to see a tree that's often mistaken for the Sierra Redwood because of the color of its bark and also because of the foliage on the incisor. Foliage it also consists of scales, but scales that lay flat. So if you run your hands over it, it's smooth, more like that of the Arborvitae. And this adult-like foliage, the giant sequoias, they acquire that before they're a year old, and that's how to identify the young, not from the bark. That bark will really confuse you. Giant sequoias will be at least 75 years old, often much older, or before acquiring a distinctive color and texture in the bark. And the early gray bark, well, that bark is very flammable. Perhaps 10% of the young giant sequoias would die annually on fire. If they didn't, none would be surviving. There'd be too many. Remember the faithful couple, those two trees that fused, and how big they become? Look ahead of us and to the left. The faithful to-be, 8 young giant sequoias that are now beginning to fuse their lives together. Again, they'll remain genetically 8 trees. Giant sequoias are to be found growing in many other parts of the world where they've been planted. They don't grow anywhere again. Trees with flat needles, yellow tips of the ears grow. The white firs are the most numerous tree around here because they're shade tolerant. So we just California, a state so rich.
Yeah.
Age is 2,700 years old. The height of the tree to the top of the trunk is 209 feet. The height
Gonna come walk through the tree? Huh?
Find the hole.
Let's walk through it. Here we go, walking through the tree.
It said acid reflects the size of those hands.
Boy.
They get carried in the hole.
We walked through it, Dustin, didn't we? Let's go get on the tram.
Come on, Dustin, you're gonna take that long time.
700 years old, and I'm sure a lot bigger than most of you thought it is. Look at Steve, try to visualize if a tree that's almost 3/4 larger in terms of total mass, 72.8% bigger, to be more precise. And you've got the Sherman. Now the Sherman is not as old, not nearly so. The Sherman's only about 2,100 years old. Why has it grown so much bigger in a shorter time? Well, the answer's probably quite simple, really. A matter of better growing conditions, a greater, more consistent supply of water, sunshine, better protection of fire.
Kick it. You kicking the tree? Let's walk up here to this other end.
This is the miracle.
Dustin, you gonna go stand over by the tree? Go stand over and let Daddy get you a picture. Woo! Woo, look at Dustin. He's little bitty to that big tree.
Let's show it to the park ranger.
There's Gary and Kathy.
Welcome to California. Yeah, you can see your digging
Hi, Kathy.
California.
Is that on?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's your? Everybody say their names again.
Kathy's mom, Joanne. Hi.
Alan.
And Claude, I'm the patriarch.
Claude. And you're
Sylvia.
Sylvia. Okay.
What's that? What's that?
His fishing pole. To him, it's his cesspool.
Oh, it's this pool. Yeah, why didn't I know that?
He was all day yesterday. Everybody was getting their cesspools.
That sounds like something else.
I know it.
We got those
What are
around
you
here.
teaching your little boys?
Fishing. Go fishing. Show them how you go fishing.
Jana caught a fish this morning.
Show them how you go fishing.
My
You want to go take fish with your fishing pole, don't you?
We'll go fishing.
Well, there's the lake. I bet
Go
there's some
fishing.
fish out there. They're just waiting to be caught. They're just waiting.
Well, I wanted to get a picture of everybody, so.
Why didn't you buy that thing when we were on the cruise, Dale?
How can you miss
I didn't buy it.
I'm over here reading.
A year later or so.
You should have bought that.
I
when
know
we
it.
went on the
I
cruise
know
and
it.
We could have got next Christmas.
Yeah, I think so.
Our first Christmas.
What's wrong with this
That's
picture?
nice. We don't even have one.
I'll
Can you
bet you'll
believe
plug the
it?
cameras up with that outfit on.
Hey, this thing has been
On the
everywhere.
way up here, I thought, oh, we
Caves, mountains.
You know, our kids will be all grown by
Yeah.
the time they come back.
And we got this for,
Grandparents.
and there's the puppy dogs. What are their names?
I'd like to get one.
What are their names? This is Annie and this is Chloe. Speak! Speak! Mama! Mama! Oh, send that to the world's funniest video.
Really?
This is fun.
Did you see the dog on there that said Mama?
That they, it looked like it.
We watch it.
It looked like it, but I still
You
wonder.
think the dog said Mama? I think it did, because the dog was just growling and going.
Man, you got bad breath.
Did you see the
Come here, hey.
the baby that sang New York, New York?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, no, there was that one baby that said I love you. Remember that little teeny tiny infant that said I love you?
Uh-huh.
Trick photographer.
Stop, would you? You gonna wrap me up in this thing?
I wonder if he's going to cry about it. Has he ever had one of those on?
No, I don't think he has.
He's too happy of a baby to cry too much.
Oh, the sun's in his eyes. Are you taking a picture of Curtis?
No, I'm taking Gary
The
now.
sun in his eyes.
Dustin, what are you doing?
Gary's putting the registration plaque on the boat. That's what.
Dustin, what are you doing?
Can you wave?
You in the boat?
Dustin, can you wave? Hi, howdy.
Roger.
Yeah, Roger.
Yeah, there you go.
Why?
You caught one there.
Yeah.
I wish we could have kept in touch with them
I've got one in South Carolina.
Okay, just above the flag.
You guys must have been starving by the time you got there.
Yeah, a little bit. Is that the beach? Is that the beach over there?
Building a big hotel over there where the ground's all graded.
Yeah.
They're gonna put a big lakefront hotel right there, so that's all kind of tore up down there right now.
Look, that's that.
I can take a picture of the three of you, Dale, to show me how it works.
It's running right now.
Oh my golly. Just point. Oh my. Where do I point it?
Put your hand right here.
Oh! Look through here.
Look through there.
Okay, hi there. Hello. Woo! Everybody's kind of windblown.
Huh? All right.
Lots of water.
Hi. Look at Dustin go.
Dustin, can you wave? Here we go. Yeah, don't get the other up.
That's his Bass Lake trip. Got his pacifier Mommy.
Says I'm a sleepy little boy.
Okay.
Dustin,
I
what
guess
have
the
you
only way
been
to do it
doing?
is just jump in.
Do you like two handles or one handle?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't, because I can switch the handles real easy.
Doesn't matter.
Where's Daddy, Desmond?
All right.
I wasn't thinking my legs were getting tired. I saw these great big waves. Go get it. Let's go.
Hannah, where's your shoes? Right here. Put your shoes on, honey.
Yeah, the rocks won't feel too good.
I have to ski today. Can I try to go ski?
Sure.
There she goes.
Can we all fit in here? If some of us need to.
Trying to get the funniest video.
Give me a kiss.
Get that kiss.
Give Dad a kiss.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Oh, no, there's no way.
Did you get it? A little bit? There it is.
That's Jeff. What are y'all talking about in here?
Would you turn that thing off?
Oh, I hope he wasn't
No, not.
playing that when Kathy was just having
I'm on my soapbox. I'm on my soapbox now, Dale.
Are you?
Yes.
Talking about
Oh, we're just
life things.
Yeah, life things.
Dale,
Yeah, know
get
it.
dusted. Hurry.
What'd you
Oh, be
do?
careful. Stand up. Do it again. Do a good one. Do it good.
Woo!
Good at that. Hurry, do it again.
As far as you know, is the thing empty?
Woo!
Smile.
This is in Sequoia State Park.
You can read this, right? Read it. Out loud. See? I know, but I want to hear it.
See how old it is.
Hollow, figure of the base, but no other living thing on this planet.
Where's
is
the
the
chipmunk?
volume of
See it?
oil. The general Sherman tree is the French.
There it goes.
Dustin.
Get up here, Cal.
Huh?
I wonder if all these are branches from it that's fallen off.